Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Buenos noches, everyone around the world. I know we have people who are actually in different countries all around the world. Some of you I've seen on some of our Zoom and our Facebook that you're in countries right now where it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, some 4 o'clock. And some of you right now, it is actually 8 o'clock in the morning because I've seen a few people all over, even from Asia, that are on our call. So I want to say welcome everybody to tonight's call. My name is Holton Buggs. I was the one that they were talking about in the video. I am the CEO and the founder of a company called iBoomerang. You know, tonight, guys, I am excited. You may notice me talking in a slower pace than normal. And for that reason is we have this presentation being translated in many languages around the world. So if you can bear with me tonight, I will get through our presentation, and I promise you, I will not bore you at all. I will not bore you. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you. So let's go ahead and get started. You know, I want to talk to you tonight about opportunity. I know many of you who are on the call, some of you had a chance to see some of the commercials. Some of you had a chance to get a little small preview. Some of you actually had a chance to even try some of our products, some of our technology, and use some of our services. But there's some of you out there right now who've seen nothing whatsoever. And many of you out there raising your hand at nighttime, raising your hand, maybe even in your prayers, saying, I am looking for something unique. I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a breakthrough. You know, many of us right now are putting pieces of our lives back together after such a tumultuous last year. And some of us have been affected by that in so many different ways that I couldn't even explain. But I want to share with you, as much as we had so much turmoil, as much as we had so many issues, I want you to know that people are still thriving. People are still growing. People are still making things happen. And what was called a pandemic, I want you to understand that the top wealthiest people in the world increased their wealth over $4 trillion in additional wealth. Now, that's not me knocking on the door or shaking my pom-poms for people who are just only the rich. What that is me paying attention and recognizing that there's still opportunity and life still continues to go on. And people like you and me have an opportunity to tap into some of that wealth so that the next time that there's some kind of issue, whether it's a pandemic or whether it's a personal or a family issue, you and I have the same opportunity of saying, you know what, I was so glad that I tapped into that wealth and now I feel a little bit more secure. And that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. I want to let you know that there's no guarantees of income that I'm going to share with you whatsoever, because I can't guarantee how much money you'll make at all. I'm going to share with you some stuff that's amazing. I'm going to share with you opportunities where people have actually used exactly what I'm going to show you and even less, and who've made millions and millions and millions of dollars. Some have made hundreds of thousands. Many have gotten completely out of debt and paid off cars and paid off homes, but some are just getting started. There's also people who were here at the very beginning who haven't done one single thing. They have not even invited anybody to a call such as this one here, and they've made zero income. What does that mean? That means that this is called an opportunity. This is not a job. And I want to talk to you about it, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I want to share a couple things with you about our company, why I actually even started this company called iBoomerang. I had been in our industry for quite some time. I've been in this industry now for over 31 years, almost 31 years this September. And I had my experiences in this industry, but what I found that I got bored. You know, after doing this for over 27 years, I became a little bored. I could do it very easily. I could wake up in my sleep if I wanted to and quote a script, and I can actually influence people to actually follow and do certain things in business and show them how to become successful. But what I did found is that our industry was broken. I found that it was the same Me Too concept. And if you're like me, you've probably been invited to every single opportunity meeting that your friend has actually got involved in. And guess what? It's the exact same business, just a different product, just a different service. And I got bored. And I thought, what if? And I want you to write that down. Before we get started, I want you to write down the 2 words, what if? You know, what if is the pathway to greatness? What if is the pathway to opportunity? What if is the pathway to wealth? This company was started with 2 words. What if I can create a company that's never been created before and solve the problems of home-based business that nobody else has thought to find a solution? And when I asked myself that question, the answer came as well. See, you have 2 types of people, the what ifs and the what if nots. And if you're what I call a what if person, I want you to just put in the chat, what if? I want to know that I'm participating and talking to people whose minds are open. You know, they say a mind is just like a parachute. It only works when it's open. I remember people coming, and just as myself, even in the very beginning, coming to presentations, knowing I needed money, knowing I wanted more opportunity, but I came with a closed mind, thinking that the person was going to try to sell me something, right? But tonight is not going to be about me selling you. My sales days are actually over. I don't have to go into any rooms or come on any technology or videos and sell people to do anything. What today is about is me sharing with you my vision, my dream, my concept, my belief, my baby called iBoomerang. So let's go ahead and get ready and let's talk a little bit more. Let's go to the next slide and let's really dive in and talk a little bit about what we do, who we are, where we are as a company. I've gone through our disclaimer and I've already shared there's no guarantees of income, but we all know that our world is changing. You know, by the year 2027, 86.5 million people will work wherever and from whenever they want. It's a shift from the traditional jobs, okay, to independent work. You know, I think that what's happened over the last year is our economy has really changed. Many people are working now from home. Many people are working when they want to, and I think the world is actually going to do that. We are going to share with you an opportunity to be able to do that. You know, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about 5 key technologies. I want you to remember the number 5. 5 key technologies, 3 of which are digital technologies, and 2 are revolutionary technologies in a physical form, But 5 technologies is what I'm going to introduce to you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about how customers want to be treated now. What's different about our world? Customers' expectations have completely changed. How do I know? I'm a customer. I'm a consumer. I buy a lot of things. You know, I remember when I was consuming television programs. I remember when programs would come out, I'd have to wait every single week, 7 days before I watched the next episode. But customers said, no, give it to me all at once. Let me choose when I want to watch. I don't want to have to reschedule my time at 8 o'clock just to watch this every single week. This is where your companies like Netflix and Hulu and all of our digital services have come in today. Even Apple TV has come in and say, hey, listen, we will deliver you an entire season. You can watch it whenever you want to watch it. And when you think about it right now, your Netflix, your Hulus, and all those major companies are becoming some of the largest companies in the world. What is it? They give ongoing value. It's a unique experience. It's personalized just for you. Okay? Just for you. And your expectations have changed as well as an opportunity person. More people want time freedom. They want a residual income. What a residual income is once work has been done and you've actually performed the task, what if you can actually get paid over and over and over because your work was created through a system? You know what I find? Most people get a lot more enjoyment on being able to give back. So I'm going to share with you again, 5 different technologies that allow you to do all of what I've talked about here from a consumer standpoint. So let's actually go a little further and discuss those as well. Okay. When we talk about the old concept, the old world, what was the old world? Sell, 10 to 12 hour days, work in one specific industry, only one stream of income, and own nothing, have nothing to show for 40 years of work except the pension plan. You know, today, ladies and gentlemen, if that's your plan, I think we need to wake up. There's a new world out there. Success without you having the requirement of being a salesperson. What if you had access to 192 countries? What if you had a technology that worked for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? What if you got paid when your customers saved money and earned multiple streams of income in one business? It's called diversification. Let's talk about it. How do we do it? You know, when I asked that question, what if, the concept came up of what was happening yesterday. Get paid to sell, and today, get paid when they save. And I thought, how could I do such a thing? How could I create an opportunity based off of savings? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was a customer first. I was a consumer of a piece of technology that I'm going to introduce to you in a second that changed my entire life. It was one of the main reasons that I started this company. But before I actually started the company on that technology, I had an idea and I said, I want to create what was called a PRIB. Tonight's presentation is really about the PRIB. The PRIB is the genius behind what it is that we do. Now, leadership does have its privileges, and I'll share with you how leadership along the way has led me to a PRIB. If you take a look back at this time chart here, 1990 is when I got started in this industry. You know, for those first 7 years, I made less than $500 a month the first 7 years. Never made more than that. And it was only 3 months that I actually made the 500. You know, somewhere around about 2009, I started to develop a formula. I developed a system by listening and working with some people who were very, very successful. And between 2009 and up to now, over 50 people, and it's much more than that now, that I've been able to help earn over $1 million and become a millionaire because of a system. I didn't do the work for them. I am not the reason that they're successful. They had a dream. They had a goal. I created an environment, an opportunity, and a system by which they can actually go from point A to millionaire status much faster. This session tonight is not about becoming a millionaire because I can't force that upon you. But what if you can earn an extra $2,000 a month? What would it be like? What would life be like? Let's be real. What would life be like if you had your income that you have right now, doubled it, and that was your net, not the gross, it was your net income? What will life be like? See, most people think you've got to be a multimillionaire to have a great lifestyle. No, you really don't. What you've got to do is you've got to have diversification of income, multiple streams of income, eliminate many, if not all, of your debts, and have a residual component. That means that you've got a system that goes to work for you even when you are sleeping. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's called the PRIB. I'm going to talk to you about this PRIB and how leadership has actually led to the PRIB. It's called the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Now, what does the PRIB do for you? And why did I create the PRIB? Because for over 30 years now, I've worked in network marketing and I did all the heavy lifting. And I saw that the industry was no different 3 years ago than it was over 30 years ago when I first got started in the industry. And I'm thinking everything else around us has changed. The way we watch television, the way we listen to music, the way we even order food and eat out, the way we communicate has changed, but network marketing is still exactly the same. Something's wrong with that picture. So our PRIB, what do? We created a system that is involved around technology, making database decision and database alternatives. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Most people in network marketing get customers. And here's the thing that they don't like to do: follow up. They don't even like to sell. They don't like to upsell, and they don't like to cross sell. What if you had a technology that all you had to do was acquire the customer? How do you do that? Use a digital text message that we provide for you. It does all the work. It gives all the presentations. It becomes your customer, and we do all the selling for you. And it's your customer for life. What if that was possible? What if you had a team that you had built? And welcome orientations were done. Trainings were done for you. Upgrades were done. Events were sold and promoted to them. And also a technology focus on retention. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to get into all the details of the PRIB, but that is the mode, that's the mission of what we've created here with our company called iBoomerang. And I want you to get involved so that you can experience the power of our PRIB as it is actually continuing to unfold. You know, one of the things I do know is that being first is sometimes a premium, and you still have a great opportunity to be one of the first people to exercise the power of what our PRIB will do. I'm going to roll out 5 technologies here in a second and share with you. And then I'm going to explain to you how the PRIB is actually going to take your customer from one PRIB to from one technology to the next, to the next, to the next. And the majority of the times you will not even know it. You won't even be around. All that you will know is when you receive a commission check or an email letting you know that a customer has actually bought a second product or a third technology or a fourth one, or whatever it is that we may even have in the future, but those customers belong to you for life. Now, when you think about that, the PRIB, tell me, is that powerful? If you believe that what I just explained to you, if it worked like I just explained, is that powerful? If you believe it, put powerful in the chat. I want to make sure I still have your attention. See, that's one of the disadvantages of live meetings. Sometimes I don't get to see your faces, and sometimes I don't get to experience the feedback that you have. But I want to know if you believe that's powerful, put it in the chat, put it on Facebook, put it on our Zoom chat here. And I think our Zoom is now almost maxing out over here. We've got other Zooms lined up as well. But let's go ahead, let's talk about the power of the PRIB. The 5 technologies that I'm going to introduce to you, and then I'm going to give you some simple explanations about them. If you see that I kind of zoom through them and not give you all the details, is because I don't want to bore you on the details. I want you to have a very good idea of the business model. And here's what I want over the next 20 minutes. I want you to envision yourself participating in the PRIB and ask yourself this question: who do I know that could benefit from any of these technologies? Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 5 technologies. One is called IGO, one is called Build Genius, one is called Elevate, 2 are Zents, but these are the physical technologies that I'm going to introduce to you: Zents Moods and Zents Skin Tech. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and let's talk about what our whole mode is that we do in business. There's 3 components that you're going to experience once you get involved with our company. Number 1, you're going to earn. We're going to teach you how to earn. Number 2, you are going to save. Number 3, we're going to teach you how to live. And I'm talking about having lifestyle. Now, many of us, we live, but we really don't have lifestyle. We're going to change that and create lifestyle for you. Family time, flexible living, financial freedom, you being able to design your own life. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I never thought it was possible. I was born in Tampa, Florida. I was raised in the projects of Tampa, Florida. I was the first of my family to ever go to college. Nobody had ever gone to college. I was also the first of my family to drop out of college. So I broke 2 records. And I thought that life was basically what my family had already experienced, until I met some very successful people and they introduced me to opportunity of being able to have some choice. And that's what we're going to talk about here. Let's talk about the IGO component. All right. This is my favorite. This is where I actually got started. Here's a concept that I'm going to introduce to you. I want you to say to yourself, travel and trade, travel and trade, travel and trade get you paid. That's my little slogan for tonight. But here's what we're going to do. We have a technology, and this is what made me start the company. What if you had a platform? When you think about it today, what if you can have a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices? Well, that's what our IGO technology does, ladies and gentlemen. When you think about it, everybody today, they're getting geared up to do what? Travel. What is the first industry that always rebounds after a pandemic? Travel. For the last year, people thought that we were going to go out of business. And I was like, you have no clue. Today, when you look at the TSA numbers, they are larger than pre-pandemic. And people today are looking for the best deals possible. Hotels are aware of it and are jacking up the prices because they know that people want to travel. They've been in their homes for 13 to 16 different months, locked in quarantine, and they want to go somewhere. What if you can actually have a lifetime membership, offer a customer a free lifetime membership, and every dollar that they save on their hotels, car rentals, cruises, you name it, 50% of what they save comes back to you in the form of a commission check. Ladies and gentlemen, it's never happened before in the history of network marketing until iBoomerang created that concept. We've had people in our company, our ambassadors, who've received checks $500, $600, $1,000, $1,500, $1,600 because the customer saved $3,200 and we just sent the money back. This is what our IGO platform allows for. I want to share with you a couple of examples of actually how it works. Here's what takes place. There's a concept that's called behind the curtain pricing, okay? Behind the curtain pricing. Well, how do you get it? Well, you've got to actually have access to a consolidator. Well, we are that consolidator. Here's how it works. In this example here, you go to Expedia, you can go to Travelocity, you can go to all of them, Kayak, you name them, Priceline. By the way, they're all owned by two companies. They're the same company owned by two different companies. They're mostly marketing approaches that give them different names. But in this example here, you go to Expedia, $339 a night. You go to IGO, same room, same night, same hotel, same benefits. In this example, it was $178 per night. I put one of my own testimonials on here. Why? Because I'm not only the CEO and founder, I'm also a customer. I'm a client. Look at this here. It says, Dear Holton Bugs, thank you for booking with us. Please find your reservation details. The total cost of your reservation was $1,348.94. By the way, this was a 5-star all-inclusive resort, which meant my food, my tax, my gratuity, everything, all I could eat, all I could drink for 4 nights was all inclusive for $1,348. Why was it so inexpensive? Because I had discounts of $1,589, plus I received 1,687 reward credits towards future travel, or I could apply it to any other thing that I wanted on the IGO platform. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have that's available. I want to bring on one person who's actually experienced this as well. His name is Tommy Johnson. He's one of our diamonds. If we can bring Tommy on and share what his experience has been with our IGO platform. Do we have Tommy available?
I'm here, Mr. Bugs.
Tommy, I want you to share with everybody what your experience has been on IGO.
Yeah, well, my first experience was kind of by accident. I had made a last minute decision to fly and meet somebody in Houston. And when I did not get a room, I took the Uber to the hotel where my friend was staying, which was a Hilton. And when I got there, I waited in line and got to the counter. And the young lady that was working there at the time, she said, we're out of rooms. We've been out of rooms for some time now. And so I thought, shoot, well, maybe my friend has enough space in his room. So I went up to his room, texted him, went up to his room, and he said that, oh, he only had a king bed. And, you know, that's not really my deal. So I decided that I would call and see if they had a roller bed available. And he was fine with me staying there, but they did not. They were out of extra beds to bring into the rooms and so forth. It was all booked out. So I told my friend I was going to walk across the street and see if there was another hotel that I could, you know, had a vacancy. And he said, well, let's just check this new app that he had access to, this new website, and it was IGO. And I said, well, they're out of rooms. He said, well, let's just go through the process anyways. Did so. And it said at the end for me to call the concierge. So we thought, well, yeah, they're out of rooms. That's why. Called the concierge, and the concierge got me a room, no problem. They just said, how many rooms would you like? And I said, how many can I get? You know, and I only wanted one, but we got a room. I was still skeptical at that point. Went down, got an email confirmation with a substantial savings. I was shocked. You know, it was 2 nights, and it was some like $50 a night savings. In this, here I was getting a room where you couldn't get a room. Went downstairs, waited in the same line, talked to the same young lady, and she was like, looking at me, how did you get a room? And how did you get this price? So that was my first experience. And then we had the same thing happen again in the future where we got rooms in places that did not have any availability. We were shocked.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, Tommy, thanks so much. I really appreciate your testimonial. You know, it's happened to me as well. I mean, we were in France, and they told me that we couldn't book a room, and I actually stepped out of the line, went on the IGO platform, booked the room, saved the money, and they looked at me and says, something must be wrong because we've never offered a room this cheap. So I can definitely relate to that experience. So thanks a lot, Tommy. Everybody who's in the chat, if you want to give Tommy an applause, you can put 7s or 8s and let him know that his testimonial was great. So we appreciate you, Tommy. Appreciate that. Now, you know, we're talking about travel. It's a huge industry. We know it's growing. We know it's big. Right now is a time to position yourself in travel. But I told you to say 2 things. I told you to say travel, and I told you to say trade. I want you to hear this one here. I won't spend a lot of time talking about it. I've got a couple people who are going to share their experience on the trade side. iBoomerang has actually gotten involved in education. Not only simple, just regular education, but one of the things that I never learned when I went to school, and I went to private school for so many years, and then I went to public school for so many years, and here is one thing they never taught me. They never taught me how to earn or make money. I'm being candid. Think about the curriculum that you went through. They taught me how to actually be obedient to a system and apply for a job. That's what they prepared me for. And this is why so many people get to a retirement age and they don't have money left over because nobody's ever taught them. And I thought to myself, HB, once you've learned this information, it's your responsibility to share it. And so I created an opportunity called Elevate within our platform. Elevate, ladies and gentlemen, is where you can build your own legacy, design your own financial future for generations to come. I can tell you this here. I was so excited during the pandemic because I had time to just sit and learn how to take money and make that money grow. I remember leaving money in savings accounts before and watching the value of my money just actually deflate due to, to inflation. But here with Elevate, what we do is we've got an army, or what we call a tribe of educators. These are people who are full-time, and all they do is they make money in the market. That's how they make a full-time living. And what they do is we've got a full curriculum that will take a person with no experience, take a person with a lot of experience, person who's been a failure at trading, teach them very simple techniques and concepts and get you into profit. Here's my question. What if you could take a little bit of money that's in your savings account, maybe 500, maybe 1,000. And what if you can actually earn 10% per month on that money? Do you know how long it would take you to earn 10% leaving your money in the bank? Well over 10 years. But what if you can do it in a month? What would happen to the compound interest? And so our Elevate program has been one of the most celebrated programs that we've ever brought into our company. Here's a couple things that we've got. We've got Elevate. We've got what's called Elevate and our Legacy Builder. It's a legacy educational platform with all different type of technologies that we have that make learning real simple. You're probably like me from the beginning when you look at the charts and you see all of this digital stuff and you're like, oh my goodness, this is going to give me a headache. And then I started to understand everybody started somewhere and they learned it. And when I began to understand it, it was probably within about 45 minutes that I was able to look at a chart and at least recognize and look through what was confusing. Instead of me talking about it, let me bring on some people who can share real quickly what their experience has been since Elevate, what their experience was before as a trader, what their experience is now, and how well they're doing. Leon James, could you come onto the line real quick and share your experience?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? All right, Mr. Bugs.
Loud and clear, Leon. Thanks for coming on to the call.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me here. It's an absolute privilege and honor to be here. My name's Leon James. I'm calling in from Brisbane, Australia.
What time is it in Australia right now?
Right now, it's 11:30 a.m. on Friday.
Okay, no problem. Awesome. Good timing for you then.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, my background is I spent 20 years in transport and I was also a professional fighter. So my trading experience was minimal completely. I did a little bit of YouTube University in January for about a week. And outside of that, absolutely no trading experience whatsoever. And when we started the Elevate program and platform, I was blessed enough to be a part of the Project 10 group. And I failed miserably with a demo account with the little competition that we had in that. And then I was able to start a live account just a little bit after that, which I grew to over 1,041%. And I kept the demo account on the side while I kept on learning as well. And I grew that to 67% as well.
Awesome. So you're saying that you took a real account with live money and you've increased that account 1,000%.
Yeah, absolutely. 1,041% in 42 days.
In 42 days.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Had you left that money in the bank, I don't know in Brisbane, but would it have increased even 1% in 42 days in Brisbane?
No, not even.
Not at all.
1%.
Awesome. Well, I can tell you this, man. Congratulations, guys. And these are real testimonials here. These are real people, real testimonials. And I didn't even have a chance to coach them on what to say. I just called Mark and say, hey, get me some people who are succeeding. And he picked 2 out there. Put a 7 or 8 if you think his testimonial is incredible, if it impacts you. I've got one other one that I want to share. I want to bring a young lady on I had a chance to meet, and she is just blowing and going right now. Her name is Kelly Oapo. She's over in San Diego, California. Kelly, come onto this Zoom right now, and I want you to share what your experience has been. Did you have experience before? And tell them straight up what's happening. How's your account going? And how did you learn all of this stuff?
Hi, Mr. Buggs. Thank you so much. I do need to tell everyone that without you and Mrs. Buggs, none of us would have this opportunity. So I am from San Diego, actually from Hawaii, but I've lived in San Diego for a long time now. I have had 0 experience in trading. My background, though, I do have my MBA in international business. So I'm a financial analyst by trade, but I've never traded. And when you gave us the opportunity to participate in Project 10, I felt like I had to learn everything I could because I didn't want to let you down. So I studied, I went to the classes, I became a really tight student, and I learned how to scalp on trading. So now I wake up at 6 in the morning, I trade for about maybe 30 minutes, and I've made a 600% increase. So I didn't open my live account, Mr. Buggs, until May 25th because I was so scared. But from May 25th to date, I've made over $30,000.
May 21st, from May into when?
To this date.
To this day,
And
over
I've had
30.
some losses. I've had some losses, but mostly wins because of the training from the Elevate crew, John and Ben. And everyone.
So what you're saying is that your net profits, even including your losses, is over $34,000 since the end of May.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Now, let me ask you a question. I know that you've got an MBA. When you graduated from your MBA, were you making $34,000 a month with your MBA?
No, I actually still owe money for that degree. So absolutely not.
Well, awesome. Well, Kelly, thank you so much. Congratulations with all the success that you're having. And actually, she's encouraging and teaching a lot of other people to have the Elevate experience as well. And so we're really very proud of what you've actually accomplished and achieved, and you've set a great example. Let's give Kelly some 7s. Let's give her some 8s as well. And if you want to say hello to Kelly on the Zoom through the chat, you can do that. Thank you so much, Kelly. And absolutely, we'll see you on the next one. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that we can give you story after story after story. We can give you person after person after person, and we can share more and more and more testimonials. We won't do that tonight. We just want you to accept what's happening here. Are there people who are part of Elevate that are not making money? Yes. But I've never been the type of person to walk into a school and say, show me who your failures are. That's who I want to follow. I've always been the type, show me who's winning and what they're doing. Am I willing to do what they're doing? Are you willing to do what Kelly did? She wake up in the morning, she studied, and she trades for 30 minutes a day, averaging over $1,000 a day. That, ladies and gentlemen, that's a rate of $2,000 per hour with Elevate, and she's just gotten started with this just this year. So really excited about that. Now I want to shift gears a little bit. I want to talk to you about 2 technologies, and then we're done. And I'm going to share with you the opportunity. That won't take a lot of time. And then we are done. Now, here's the technology that I want to talk to you about. What you're watching on the screen, you have no idea what it is, but I want to share with you that it's powerful. We created a technology called Zents in the physical sense. Physical technologies, which means you can touch them, you can use them, and they are immediate impact technologies. One on the left in the box is called Zents. It is a mood enhancer, your own personal mood enhancer. And then the one on the right is called Skin Tech. It is the world's, listen to me, it is the world's greatest sanitizing product ever to be invented. And I believe that we're going to win Product of the Year with Skin Tech that is just now being released, and much of the product is now being sent out. And instead of me explain to you, I'm not going to do all the explanations. I want to share with you a commercial, and I'll let the commercial talk to you about what Zents does.
Playing Fresh Morning Start playlist.
Hey Shauna, need some help with that list that
Already done.
lifesaver. What about your
Got it.
well, look at you. Well, I'm having an amazing Monday. Senior Stacy finally resigned. I wonder who's gonna be taking her spot. Wait, you didn't. How do you do it?
Technology.
Girl, you're a power now. So amazing. Finally be doing all the things that we wanted to in the meetings, like.
I'm sorry, I got it.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Sorry, Mom. I love you.
Hey, it's nice out. Now can we go outside? How are your allergies? I feel good. Come on, sweetie. I got you. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. She just got it.
Hey, don't eat that. Oh, God. Honey?
Set alarm for 20 minutes.
Your alarm is set.
Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, Superwoman.
Hey,
What?
Yes.
and another W.
Alright, boys, that's all the time I got for today. I'll talk to y'all later.
No. You gotta go. His mom's gonna give him a whooping.
Hey, get the popcorn.
And now, our feature presentation.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, is that powerful? Is it, or what? Absolutely. It's personal. It's portable. It's powerful. It's Zents Moods. Here's what's so cool about it. You've probably never seen anything like it before. Why? Because what we've got is that we've got the exclusive. We've got a patent pending on that particular technology and that design right there that you'll never see anywhere else in the world, but here in iBoomerang. And I can tell you right now, once a customer tries this particular Zents, it is over. They continue to order more and more and more. Remember I told you about what if? And somebody said, but wait, there's more. What if you can actually breathe and lose weight? That's right. We created what's called Zents Control. And it is a grapefruit aroma. And all you do is wear it in your septum. It gives you great aroma, relaxes you, but it's an appetite control. And ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, it is our highest in demand product that we've ever created in our Zents Mood lines. But what I want to do real quick is I want to move over to Skin Tech. And I want to share something with you with this product here that has just now hit the market. It's absolutely incredible. If you want to talk about product of the year, this is going to win. And I'm speaking it, product of the year. Nobody else in the world has it. Nobody else can get it but us. And what if you had access to a technology and a product as powerful as this one? I'm going to roll another commercial and I'm going to bring someone on and let them share with you their testimonial. But I want you to see how powerful this is and then how soft it can be.
What you're about to see was tried and tested at our protected facilities. Do not try this at home. This is Skin Tech, a broad spectrum protective in foam form. It is literally an invisible glove on our skin and it helps eliminate viruses, bacteria, and even spores on contact. What's really fascinating about it is that it can also protect your skin from corrosive substances such as acid-based insolvent. In fact, do you know what? We're going to show you exactly in this video how it protects your hand against chloride acid, an acid that would normally burn. We waited 5 minutes for it to completely dry. And now we're applying acid chloride. We use the screws to show that there's an actual chemical reaction that takes place. And as you can see, it doesn't really affect the hand and we get a 4-hour protection against acid chemicals, bacteria, viruses, no matter what. This is just amazing, right? This is by far the best sanitizing product in the world. Skin Tech, soft to the touch and tough as nails.
Now we've shown you the tough as nails part, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when I had access to this technology and seeing the demo, I was skeptical. And me knowing that I was going to bring it to people all around the world who was using hand sanitizers that were bad for them, that had alcohol in them, had different products or different chemicals in them that was harmful. I said, no. There's a better way. And when I saw this technology here at work, I was amazed. And then I tried it for myself. And now I use it for so many different things. You heard the tough as nails part. Now I want to bring on someone to share with you what I call soft to the touch component as well. Tawana Houston, if you don't mind, come on to the call real quick. And I'd love for you to share what your experience has been with Skin Tech. If you notice, we don't call it hand tech, we call it Skin Tech.
Yes, thank you for having me, Mr. Bugs. This product has been amazing. When it first came out and I heard about how it was protecting skin, the first thing I thought about was my acne. I've always suffered from acne. I have rosacea and I couldn't find anything really topical that could help bring the redness down. I'm a person that never really liked taking medications and things like that. So one day I woke up about, early in the morning. I was like, let me just try this on my face. And so I put it on my skin. About a good 17 to 18 hours later, I noticed that the redness has gone down quite a bit. Now, one thing about the redness that I have, I'm sorry, my little one just walked in, but the one thing about the redness is that normally when I wake up, I'm super red. Like strawberry red, but it was just like a pinkish color. So I said, okay, let me try this for a couple of days. So I tried it for an entire week. I noticed that the redness went completely down. One thing about this pandemic that we have been through is that, yeah, that's a picture there. One thing about this pandemic is
now,
that—
let me stop you for a second. How long before the first picture to the second picture?
About 17 hours.
17 hours.
Yes.
Wow. Go ahead, back to your story.
Yeah, so I'm on Zoom a lot because of this pandemic. We haven't been in meetings and things of that nature. So we're putting on makeup more often. So what I did was I said, okay, if this is clearing my skin like this, maybe what I need to do is just put on the skin tech prior to putting on makeup. And so since doing that, I've noticed that the makeup is not going through my pores. So I put the skin tech on first, put the makeup on first. So with me having such sensitive skin, I haven't been breaking out. I haven't noticed the redness and things of that nature. So this has been a major game changer for me. It's really helped me with my confidence and things of that nature when it comes to speaking. So I'm so excited about that. I would have never posted a picture like this, but after seeing the results, I'm like, Lord have mercy, this could help so many people. So I had to put it out there, but yes.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have any testimonials on, since your testimony has been so great, have you sold much of it? Has it been easy to sell? Do people want to buy it? Do you have to explain a whole lot? Or what's been the result with that?
So let me tell you what happened the first day. I put this picture out in hopes of helping someone else, but I actually made $900 in one day. I put this out here. I put it as a testimony. I didn't say anything about me actually having the product, and people kept reaching out to me, and I made $900 in one day. But outside of me, so many other individuals in the business started sharing my pictures, and they made hundreds of dollars as well. So just simply sharing my testimony has changed my income.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Tawana. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a lot to offer personal photos like this. Let's show her some love in the chat as well by giving some 7s and 8s. And listen, guys, I want you to watch my word. I'm speaking it, product of the year right here in iBoomerang. I want to go ahead and keep it going. And I want to bring to you one other technology, just one other technology. What if you had a technology? What if you had someone who was an expert who went to work for you? They went to work for you at no cost. That means that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they went to work for you. Well, we've got a person who does it. It's called Bill Genius. Bill Genius, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. Bill Genius is a system that we have here. And Bill, what he does is allows you to upload any types of bills, your television, cable bill, your internet, your phone, your power in certain states, your security bill, many other bills. And what Bill Genius does, he takes those bills, he goes and negotiates with the company. He won't change your plan. He won't extend your plan. He won't do anything like that. But he knows that people are paying over $60 billion a year more than what they should pay. It's money that you're throwing out because you don't know any better. Bill Genius does it for you and anybody who becomes a customer of yours. And here's what happens. He does it for free. You pay nothing if Bill can't save you any money. But if Bill can come back and save you $500, guess what? You'll only pay $250 to Bill Genius, leaving you with the other $250 savings. And it's the same with your customers. But when your customers save that money, guess who gets paid? We are going to pay you. And if your customers can't save $1, there will be never $1 charge to them. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is what I call the no-brainer that everyone should have a friend like Bill Genius. And guess what? Bill Genius is one of iBoomerang's best friends, and he's one of the best friends of many of the ambassadors that we have here in the company. And so if you can give it up for Bill Genius as well, I want to go ahead and now share with you the last part. I want to wrap up with the opportunity, how you can actually get yourself involved. And if you take a look at it, oh, here's some testimonials here. Kristen from Texas saved $999 on 3 bills. John from New York saved $1,700 on 2 bills. Wendy from Maryland, $1,300 on 3 bills. And it was just as simple as 1, 2, 3. You get your bill uploaded, takes about 5, no more than 10 minutes. Don't do anything. And Bill Genius is going to send you an email after he negotiates and say, hey, listen, Here's what we saved you, or here's what we didn't save you. That's how simple it is. That's how easy it is. And ladies and gentlemen, we told you, we show you how to live, how to earn, okay, how to have lifestyle. Okay. So, and how to save. And this is what you can do right here with Build Genius to save money. Now, there's 6 ways to get started in our business. Now, here's the thing I want to ask you. If what you just saw, those 5 different technologies, if you see that you can benefit from them and you know other people who can benefit from them, say, I can in the chat. I want to see I can in the chat if you believe that you can benefit or know other people who can benefit from it. So here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to share with you how you get started. It's very simple. It starts with the boomerang. Why would I name the company iBoomerang? People ask me that all the time. Because what is the philosophy of a boomerang? A philosophy of a boomerang is you throw out a boomerang, and what happens? It comes right back to you. Our philosophy is we throw out goodwill. We actually take what's called a boomerang, which is a digital code, and we send it to a customer. It costs them nothing whatsoever to get on our travel platform. It costs them nothing to get on Build Genius. It costs them nothing whatsoever to become a customer. You send it to them, they register, they get a free account. And whenever they use it, whatever the savings are and whatever the commissions are, it comes right back to you. You say, Holton, you were going to share with me this crib about how people will get on Build Genius. Well, what if you got a person on the travel and they became a travel client? Our technology will know exactly what's where they're going, because we know when they book. They book their travel through the IGO platform. And let's say, for example, they're taking a 6-hour, 8-hour trip or somewhere. Well, our technology may do a special that week or that month and send them free samples of the Zint's Moods, or maybe the Zint's, the Skin Tech. Why? We know they're going to be on the plane. We know they're going to be masked up, and having a Zint's Mood for 8 hours, guess what it does? It buys you a customer. So it's different things like that that we'll do with our technology within the crib, and those customers are your customers for life, for life. No other company in network marketing has this type of vision here. But let's talk about how to get started. It is all as simple as sending a boomerang. How do you put it in play? Sending those boomerangs and referring other people to our company allows you to get paid 6 different ways. Number 1, a referral bonus. Every person that decides to become an ambassador, you get a referral bonus when they actually join. Every person who decides to become a customer and they use our technology, when they save money, you earn money. If they become an Elevate customer, you make $30 every single month that they go to class. My question to you is this: do you think Leon and Kelly will ever not enroll in their monthly class for $99 a month? Of course they wouldn't ever stop. That shows you the strength of the retention there. Direct customer bonuses, I mentioned. Fast Start Accelerator bonus, which allows you to be on top of an organization, and anytime people are joining within those 7 levels, income has the ability to trickle up to you, and it has nothing to do with your rank. You don't have to be one of the big guys in order to get this money. Dual team bonus. It means that our company has set up a 2-team system that allows you to build all the way down through infinity. And ladies and gentlemen, with those 2 teams, let me share with you the potential. You have the potential all the way through infinity that every time someone actually joins one of those teams, based on the size of the other team, you have an opportunity to earn up to $120 every single time somebody comes in and becomes one of the team members by purchasing our products or one of our service packages that we have. That's the dual team. Monthly commissions called uni-level commissions. This is where your residual income comes from, along with Leadership Infinity bonus and a brand new bonus that launches this month that we call Star Achiever bonuses. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 2 plus the Star Achiever bonus puts you in a position that you can have a similar lifestyle or the similar way of earning money as many music artists. You know, Michael Jackson has been dead for quite a while. He's one of the top earning musicians ever since his death. Why? Because of residual income. It happens all the time. What about having a portfolio of real estate? And every time somebody pays rent, you get paid. Ladies and gentlemen, you do it all here and you don't have all of those other expenses, but you have the opportunity of the income. That's what we wanted to create here. Those are the types of bonuses. How do you get started? It's real simple. It's $49 to position yourself with iBoomerang. This gets you in what we call at the standby level, a standby kit. What does a standby kit give you? It gives you access to everything that you just saw here, and you can get customers for everything that you just spent, that we just shared with you. It's $49 a month to have access to it. You get access to the Prib, you get your Boomerang customer site. You'll actually get 5 boomerangs. Boomerangs is what you're able to send to customers. So at this level, you can get 5 customers on these technologies and start earning. You're able to earn 25% of the direct travel savings, 25% of referral commissions. You're able to have what we call an interactive presentation. It's technology that we have that does all the presenting for you, so you don't have to have long, loudmouth presenters like me. Something simple that does it, and they can do it at their own pace. Online business management system, all of that for $49, and then $49 a month as long as you're active in the business. But if you want more, if you want the ability to start earning those commissions through all of the teams that we talked, through all of the ways that we talked about, and want to earn them immediately, there's 3 different packs. I'll mention these and then we're done. The first one is called the Coach Pack. You've got 2 opportunities, a digital pack and then your product pack. If you love the products, go with the products. The pricing here is the same. If you love the digital, go with the digital. You can buy the products anytime you want to. It's $250. It's $99 a month to remain active at this level. This gives you an ability to earn income from infinite levels down in your dual team. Just this one here alone. In your dual team will pay you up 10% of what those commissions are on that team that we were talking about. But then if you want a little bit more, some people are a little bit more ambitious, a little more aggressive, go to what we call the business plan. The business pack is the same. You choose it digital or you choose if you want the products. The costs are the same. Why do people choose the products? They say, hey, I've got something I can sample real quick. You heard Tawana said, just with posting the video, she made $900 because she had the product. So if you love that, then do it. If you don't want product, do the digital, but it doesn't matter. Do one of them. $500, it's $99 a month. We didn't increase the cost of business because you've got more. We kept the cost of the business the same, $99 per month to remain active. Now you say, well, what do I get for the $99? You choose. If you just want the digital subscription and access to Elevate, you can have that. Access to the travel, you can have that. If you want access to having $99 worth of products come, you can have that. And guess what? If you want to be a star achiever, you can have it all. I recommend you be a star achiever. But last but not least, here's the #1 package that's sold in our company. It's called the First Class Package. It's $1,000. It's the same. You've got the digital package that gives you much more with the $1,000 pack here. And then you've got the product pack. And you've got much more as well. Pricing is the same. In this example of the product pack, if you took the products that you got and sold them, guess what? You've got $658 profit after you've gotten your $1,000 back. That's why we created it, to make sure we put you in the driver's seat. The travel, I can tell you right now, it's a lifesaver. I'll share this story with you and then we'll end. I never forget when I started iBoomerang, I wanted to make sure I was making a difference. I wanted to make sure that people's lives was going to have some type of an impact. And I remember a young lady walking up to me and she says, Mr. Buggs, I want to thank you. And I says, no, thank you. She says, no, you don't understand. I said, well, why do you want to thank me? She said, because of this opportunity that you created is giving me my dignity back. And I didn't know what she had meant. I said, can you explain a little further? What do you mean? She says, you know, I'm in sales and I'm not really good at my job. And she says, they send me out on these missions that I have to go to, and I have sales territories around the country. And she says, quite often I have to go ahead and buy all of my my expenses, and then I have to, reimburse them, but the reimbursement process takes a while. So I'm very limited on my cash flow. She said, often before iBoomerang, she said, I was just a customer here. I wasn't even a distributor. She said, before iBoomerang, I would actually go on my sales trips. And she says, every time I was away, I only ate 2 out of the 3 meals. I said, well, why is that? She said, because I couldn't afford all 3 meals. And I had to choose which meal I was going to eliminate. I said, well, why are you thanking me? You're just a customer. You haven't made any money. She says, you don't understand. I said, well, tell me. She said, Mr. Buggs, I use this IGO platform. And she said, the first time I used it, I saved $35 per night on my room. I was gone for a week and I saved $35 a night. She said the savings of the $35 a night meant the difference between having 2 meals and having 3. And she said, Mr. Buggs, for some people, they've saved hundreds, and some people who have earned millions. She said, but I can't tell you the price. There's no price tag that I can put on feeling that I have my dignity and that I can eat 3 meals in a day. And when I heard that story, ladies and gentlemen, I decided I would spend the rest of my life making sure those type of stories were first and foremost. Bigger than the $1 million earning stories, bigger than the $100,000 stories, bigger than the I just retired stories. I wanted people to have impact. And ladies and gentlemen, hopefully tonight you've been impacted. Tonight, there's 3 types of people who are listening to me tonight. 3. And who are you? I'm going to tell you exactly who you are. The first type of person who's listening to me, you're looking at this right now, and you're saying these products are hogwash. I can't believe this. I've seen travel and I can go get it cheaper somewhere else. And I got a buddy who will give me buddy passes, and this doesn't make any sense. And this is all a pyramid, and all of y'all are going to hell. That's person number 1. That's the most extreme. You know what? If you're person number 1, no problem. We love you too. Don't text a person. Don't even contact the person who invited you. Okay, if that's you. Person number 2, you're the person who's looking, you're saying, hey, listen, I love the products. These products seem amazing. And if this is real, I want to become a customer. I want to buy some product. If you're person number 2, here's what I want you to do. I want you to text a person who invited you to this call and say, hey, I'm number 2. They'll know exactly what to do with you. I'm number 2. You can put it in the chat if you are. And then you got person number 3, and I'm going to give you a 4th person too. You got person number 3 who's sitting there saying, I've been looking for something. I've been waiting for something. I didn't know what it was, but I think I see something here. I'd like to get involved, and I like to get mentored. I like to get coached, and I like to go ahead and get started at one of these packages here. And if that's you, you're number 3. Text a person, let them know, hey, I am number 3. But then we've got that 4th person. See, that 4th person was me. That 4th person who's sitting here, and they're sitting here, they're probably tapping their foot because they can't even stand watching any longer because they know that they found it. I was looking for an opportunity at one point in time. I was hoping and I was praying something was going to get sent because I was $250,000 in debt. I was 45 days away from foreclosure. I had just had my car repossessed. And when opportunity showed up for me, it didn't have to come knock me over. I ran to go and get it. And I didn't know whether I was going to succeed or fail, but I knew I wanted what they had to offer. And if that's you, you're 4. Reach out to the person and say, hey, I'm a 4. I'm ready to rock and roll. We know exactly what to do.